back on the road again. Thank you, appreciate it. And now I can change the music pretty soon after. Man, it hasn't even been 10 hours yet. That's
Oh wow!
what a shame.
What was even the point, honestly?
Yeah, you're right.
Why are we even here?
Just to suffer.
Thank you.
Yeah, just to suffer.
I like that it specifies my siphon spells don't go away when I rest, but they do go away when I go unconscious, which that's what sleeping is. So
they go poof.
Wait, there is the potential. I'd have to double check the wording, but if you're like an elf or like a warforged, that could be busted.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Wait, you just
some
don't
people
sleep.
Yeah.
well, you can still only have like a max number of spells siphoned, so
True.
it's just they don't go away between.
Hey, you have it.
Semi-conscious state. Yeah, you're right.
Just in case you need it, you have it.
Mm-hmm.
So you
What are
guys
these
set out
games?
on the road. Oblivion music, of course.
Mm-hmm. Key to the gate. Why?
Code.
No, why? Sorry. Continue.
You guys set out on the road. It is a pleasant day. There's some clouds in the sky. It does seem like not a storm is looming because it makes it sound like dark clouds, rain, lightning, thunder. No, nothing like that. But it does seem like the clouds are just sort of concentrating here and there. But aside from that, it's a pleasant blue sky day. Nice, bit strong wind. Like gusts like flow through you. If you're a Roman, you'd be thanking Jupiter for the blessing. But you guys aren't Roman.
So I think
Change good. Yeah, thank the Emperor instead. Very good. Or thank the Clover Corps if you're Eulonian. But yeah, it's a very pleasant day, cool day with the wind rolling through you guys. You guys are much less at risk of heat stroke and that sort of like fatigue. Just pleasant travels. As you guys are going down the road, you do see a lone individual. A lone individual. A lone individual.
They are an individual that is by themselves.
Coming your guys' direction on. I guess they're not alone because they have a horse. Yeah, a lone individual approaching you guys on horseback. Not sprinting, not blitzing, none of that. Just sort of casually sauntering down the road. Which you guys have well transcended beyond just dirt paths and stuff like that. The free roams, you guys are on proper cobble roads here in Eulonia. So
such luxury,
such clearance space to look at any potential ambushers.
Are they like
armored?
Like
you don't even have to chop away the ever-growing vines.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. You don't even need to sharpen your machete for these travels. They don't seem to be a farmer. You're not. They are armed, which doesn't really mean much in Eulonia because a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are armed. They don't look to be a knight or anything. Maybe some sort of ranger, perhaps. Like they're dressed in weather-worn or travel-worn like cloak, scar or mantle, and all that good stuff. They do have armor and things like that, but it's nowhere near as encompassing as probably most. Well, a lot of you guys are unarmed defense people now I think about it. Okay, more than some of you, but to you, Jin, less than you. You're like wearing heavy armor and all that good stuff.
Right.
Not as much as you. More than most of the other party apparently, but yeah. As you guys get closer, you do see that they have a bit of a package laying across the rump, the hind of their horse. Looks to be a person, just there. There.
Do they look okay?
Roll your perception.
Can do.
Yeah, you guys aren't like next to them yet, so. Yeah. So you're not next to them yet.
You can make out that it's a person.
Yeah, you make out that it's a person, and then out of 15, you make out that it is a person and that they are unconscious. They're not bound, not cuffed, manacled, or anything like that. They're just sort of
KO.
like when you like pick up an unconscious person in Red Dead and put on the back of your horse like that. Like, This
looks perfectly healthy.
some of the more passive perception, eagle-eyed, some of you would note that Eva does like slowly maneuver a knife into a certain spot, like a magician would ready a card trick. But that's neither here nor there.
Again, stay strapped.
Yeah,
Never find Eva lacking.
Fayez and Mina's like just vibing on the road today. Like her hands are tucked behind her like head, just sort of like whistling, just sort of like just sort of chilling. Right, this is very pleasant weather to travel in. To you, Roma, this is not too far off from you traveling in the Venturi League. Maybe it's a bit windier. Definitely the smell of sea foam and things like that are much more common in your homeland because you're just seafaring nation. But yeah, this is how to say this. There are certain magnitudes of Newman light. The Clover Court is probably toward the top of how bright their lights are. Not just because you have a Venn diagram of light, but just because they're just that bright. To you, Falk, the Emperor is also a very bright light for their homeland. He's like the only light in your homeland. He's just that cool.
He's brighter than this, actually.
Yeah, he's bad. I never can beat up your enemy. But yeah, there are certain magnitudes of light depending on which homeland and which Newman you have. And the Venturi League and the Eulonia are pretty similar, which gives her such pleasant days like this. Although the only difference is the Venturi League doesn't exactly protect the night like the Eulonia does. But that's how they do it there. But yeah, you guys are just sort of chilling as this individual, I guess technically two individuals approach. You can't make out much on the horse rider. They are thoroughly garbed up. Gloves wrapped at the wrists. Again, long flowing, weather-worn cloak and mantle, mask, hood, the whole kit and caboodle. To you, Caradoc, being a native of obviously your homeland, it's a bit suspicious. It's the reason why Eva abandoned her mask when you guys were in Eulonia. Most people in Eulonia have nothing to hide, and to attempt to hide something paints you as a sus person. Yeah. So that does catch your attention pretty promptly.
Are we westbound at the moment?
Oh, south.
So currently you guys are. I knew you'd ask this, so we went to the map. So you guys left the way you came in and are wrapping this way.
Okay.
Because you're not because the other gate would take you
like way too north.
Yeah. So you guys have to wrap around a bit. So you guys are probably running here right now.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys can probably still see Glendoline in some capacity.
The tallest towers, kind of peeking through.
Yeah. As you guys get close to this individual, they hold up their hand, and you hear a feminine voice regard you. Hail and well met.
Well met, stranger.
You guys see the unconscious individual on their horse's back. And probably promptly recognize them, Dahlia, you especially. It's that guy.
Oh.
You know that guy, the letter guy?
Yeah?
Aaron, no double A.
What?
Does she slow at all?
She slows and just, it's pretty casual, conversation, so she slows down. She gives a nod at you, Falk, hello, fellow horseback rider, my man.
We do the horseback rider fist bump that we all know.
And then your horses do the fist bump too.
Where'd you find that man? She says very bluntly, pointing at the man on the back of the horse.
Is he around?
One at a time. I found him south of here. There's a split, a fork in the road that I just went down. Or came up from, I suppose. He was some miles south of here. I didn't know of it. I didn't think to bring it to any free Roma town. There's not one for miles going that direction, so I was coming here anyways. Do you recognize him?
We met. Mind if I take a look?
By all means. He was raving mad about some letter he had to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
My
important to him.
compatriot had the liberty of delivering it for him.
Aw.
I do not know if it's in the time frame that he's speaking of, but better late than never, is a saying, no?
That's what we were trying to tell him.
Well, he's an obstinate fool.
I knew he was going.
Not.
But yeah, taking a look at him, what's his condition like now?
He has 5 degrees of exhaustion. He's 1 from death outright.
Mm-hmm.
He has some lesser degree of heat stroke, not because like the weather is hot, but just because like he's been exerting himself, like he's been cooking his own temperature from outright exertion. Doesn't look like he's slept. His clothes aren't like torn or ragged or anything, not since you last saw him, I guess. But they're definitely like dirtied, dust covered, etc. He was injured when you guys saw him because he had essentially broken himself out from a hospital ward. Yeah, his bandages are bleeding. Like those wounds have reopened. He's alive, but he's definitely like a strong hit away from death. Not because he himself is lacking in fortitude, but it's just because he's burned through all of his reserves.
Mm-hmm.
But he is barely alive. Roll me a medicine check.
Will do.
This guy pisses me off.
Can I help?
Sure.
Advantage then?
Yep. Yeah. Inspecting his reopened injuries, you do spot that they're closed. Since you last inspected them, they've closed considerably. Which, when you're going like he's going, for the past few days, your body doesn't heal that way. You're not putting your body in a position where it can heal, especially to this speed. So, the fact that he is mended in any way, shape, or form is likely from the potions you left him. 22. I suppose I'm going to be a bit more transparent. If you didn't give him those potions, he might be dead.
Hell yeah.
Garth hit the nail on the head on that D100 roll.
Oh, man. Thalia will take out another potion, and if there's somewhere she can put it on his kit, she'll make sure that it's on him.
Yeah, it's a bunch of spots. A man in love, I suppose. Fitting for Eulonia.
Did he tell you anything about the letter and all that?
To a slight extent. He told us the town I need to go to, the girl I need to go to, her name, and... well, that's about all he managed to muster. And then she gestures at him in his, like, half-unconscious, dazed state.
Surprised he managed that much.
Indeed. I'm not a healer. Neither me nor my compatriot. But we tended him to the best a traveler can. And you do see, like, yeah, like, there's, like, some, like, essentially cool wraps, like, you know, wetted towels and stuff like that to help deal with his self-inflicted heat stroke, stuff like that. Some salves which aren't or they're not alchemical, but they are medicinal, right? So it's more like, hey, help deal with some of the chafing that he definitely has going on, like on his like feet and boots and stuff like that, that sort of stuff. So nothing that's gonna heal him, something more just to mitigate the symptoms he's caused himself.
On his behalf, thank you.
She nods.
You said a comrade of yours took the letter?
That's right.
And who are you to put yourselves out like this?
She squints and looks at you, not like in like this inquisitive or accusatory way, but just like has this. She's sort of discerning that you guys aren't Eulonian. Like, as if, like, the realization's catching right now, because Eulonian probably wouldn't be this suspicious.
When's the next... It's not suspicion. When's the next, pitch? Because it's the 23rd right now, right? Or, sorry, 23rd, as you have on the calendar?
My bad. 23rd, 23rd, there you go. Yeah, so 5 days.
5 days.
Which, you guys are, like, less than a day away from Glendoline at this point, so...
And she's obviously Eulonian, right?
Roll,
2 sus.
perception with charisma.
Perception with charisma. Alright, so this is -3.
Yeah, pretty much social.
Straight.
Yeah. You're getting so many natural.
Second one in the session.
Big fucking roll.
She doesn't seem to be Eulonian. There are some Eulonian elements to her dialect, to her accent. Definitely in, like, her mannerisms. But she doesn't seem Eulonian. Especially when she says, you know, like, when she's talking about, like, how fitting for Eulonian. She doesn't say that, like, how fitting for my homeland. It's more like, how fitting for you guys.
Okay. So, seeing her squint, before she can say anything, the Falk will kind of, like, lean forward and say, like, don't get me wrong, this sort of behavior is something we're very quickly getting used to here in Eulonia. Nice change of pace it is. I more so mean, who is your companion to brave the open road when the pitch is so close?
His name is Ramaz. I doubt that means anything to any of you, but trust me when I say he's quite fast. Although he does lack in conversation.
Something else we're used to. Looking at no one in particular.
Those of you interested, you can roll an insight check.
I'll chuck an insight at you, would.
Yeah, I'm a little curious.
Insight.
Insight.
Oh.
Yeah, Falk, you're not quite sure what you. I'll give you advantage, and you'll see why, assuming you succeed. Or I guess all of you first.
She's also a smart
Well, it's a good thing you have advantage.
Falk is doing what I'm doing and trying to figure out Ramaz. What kind of nationality is that name?
Oh, yeah, in case you guys need help spelling Ramaz. Yeah, so Falk's like busy thinking like, where does Ramaz circulate from? Whereas the rest of you would catch like the way she's describing it is a bit tongue-in-cheek. Ramaz is probably some sort of pet. Like, not like, it is a traveling companion, but it's not like a person, not humanoid. Maybe
it's her beast
a bird,
companion.
or a hound, or another horse, right? Like, they're fast, but they lack in conversation, because they can't talk, because they're an animal. You know? Yeah, so that's what you guys catch from her cheekiness. It's gonna be a hell of a delivery for Sydney when whatever animal it is just rushes up to her and gives her like fucking Balto style like I have a letter for you, and then they fucking leave.
Elephant.
There you go. Bye.
Rad.
Elephant.
Yeah, maybe it's an
That'd be
elephants are pretty
fucking
fast.
sick, though.
That'd be wild.
Elephants are pretty
Hello.
fast.
They didn't even know
My
what
guess
Really
is
fast elephant.
My guess is
Or
some kind of
elephant.
bird because this is a ranger type, right?
Yeah.
I guess it like delivery
Oh
bird.
yeah, like
Wolf pack.
Yeah, who knows?
You knows.
I do knows. Anyways, will you guys be taking custody of him, or shall I be taking him to Glendoyne?
Oh no. No.
No.
Take him to Glendoyne, if you please. And I don't know what kind of, I guess, policies. She's hesitant to use that word. Would it be like a hospital? Would that be the right word?
Yeah, hospital, infirmary ward. You know, the
Infirmary. That's probably what she would use. I don't know what kind of policies the infirmary would have, but he already exerted himself to escape once, and I think it's best for him if he doesn't do it again.
I will speak to the hospitaliers about it then.
Thank you.
And it will be up to their determination what happens with him. She thinks for a moment. Given that he has a history of rejecting aid, she looks to you and to Caradoc as the two people giving him an examination, would the two of you be so kind as to do another diagnosis on him while he's unconscious and is unable to escape?
Taking a look at him so far.
To you, Falk, yeah, she's not Eulonian. No, that sounds way too logical and clinical and cold to be Eulonian. That sounds like some shit evil would bust out.
Do you wish to take point, Dahlia? I can assist you.
And she nods.
How about you both roll your own medicine?
Okay. Okay.
Medicine.
Ugh.
E.
Hold on. Okay, interesting. Give me a sec.
Giving.
Giving.
I bestow upon thee this time, waste it not.
No, it was for him, not for you.
That is unfortunate. But what about second time? Okay.
Okay.
Can both of you roll a d6?
Sure.
Why these sixes?
Hey,
Threes.
Add that number to your result.
Okay.
So that makes 23 and 24, respectively.
4? Yeah.
Let's start at the barely lower number. Dahlia, yeah, like, he's in a bad ways. You knew before that he has some sort of self-reported terminal sickness. And
To do with his lungs, right?
correct. He's in a bad ways. You could probably do some patchwork, like stitching up his open wounds and stuff like that. That would definitely not buy him time. That's not the right term for it, but definitely put him in a better position to recover. Right, close the wounds for his body, so his body doesn't have to slowly push it together. The exhaustion will pass with rest, which his body is self-enforcing upon itself right now. If you wanted to, you could sort of give it a bit more, give his body some more authority against his psyche by administering a sedative to him. Keep him asleep for a bit longer, that sort of deal. So you could do that. So that's why 23 gives you 24 for Caradoc. Same findings as Dahlia. Again, you got the better results. You are a magical healer. Your healing capabilities go beyond mere body accelerated recovery time. You can actually heal them with the blessing of light. You're not quite sure how that would interface. You know how that would interface for lacerations, bruising, stuff like that. You guys have all done it in your adventuring parentheses derogatory and parentheses career. Long-term sickness is a different story. You're not quite sure how that plays in. Some of them are anything magically afflicted needs magic to cure it, like the plague you guys had to deal with, right? There wasn't any amount of healing light that was going to cure your guys' plague symptoms. You would need lay on hands or something equivocal to get rid of disease, right? That's magically afflicted. Normal sickness, though, it would depend on the sickness and how it is damaging, quote unquote, damaging the body. So that's what you get.
Addressing the symptoms would just perpetuate a circle and then scar tissue. It could be bad.
Correct. 24. Checking his breathing pattern and using some of your own, I'll call it, home diagnosis capability, stuff you learned from your family. You rolled really well. He has lung cancer.
Oh.
Nothing magic or fantastic. Nothing magic or fantastical about it. He just has lung cancer. So your healing, cancer is a bit of a different beast, right? Because it's a mutation of the body. There's not anything technically wrong, like laceration, cut. Like nothing exterior about his sickness. It's just a incorrect interior. So yeah, you have that. I'll sneak attack it. That you know, why do you think doctors use scalpels? Those are finesse weapons.
Yeah.
Right? And then like quite the finesse, I would say.
Ah, this is sad.
It's radiation.
Fucking chemotherapy in D&D be like,
I could word of radiance.
oh,
I mean, there is a case to be made there, I think, because word of radiance is much more targeted, right?
Yeah. This is very sad. His lungs are killing him.
What? Somebody's like, what? That came out of nowhere.
Delia falters. Alright. Looks to you for more information, like, okay. I don't like your tone, and then you said it's sad. This is sad, but we can fix this, right?
It's how do I explain this? It is not in the usual way a disease. His body is wrong. It's the lungs. Over time, they will get worse. And eventually he will die. Because they will cease to function. I cannot say how much time he has.
You guys would catch in your medical examination that he has like some blood spilling out from his mouth, likely from damaged lung, coughing, ruining his trachea, that sort of stuff.
Normally when there's a wound, I can attempt to heal it, but when the body is wrong, there's nothing to heal because it's not a wound. I mean, if you could give him a new pair of lungs somehow, that might work, or it might not. But he must rest.
Oh, Mina's not a paladin anymore.
You cure disease with a.
wait, would that work?
Wait.
Waiting.
How did I bastardize this?
Can Spore Wife do it? Restoring
I
touch.
did bastardize it utterly. So, okay. I actually forgot about that.
She's like, let me just
Restoration
steal
would
your
work the
fucking
same.
cancer real quick.
See, this is
Yeah, just get past that over.